Welcome to this edition of Backstage Pass with Leah Chang. I'm your host, Leah Chang. On this edition of Backstage Pass with Leah Chang, I'll be featuring highlights of André De Shields Day and the unveiling of André De Shields Way in Baltimore. In September, Tony, Grammy, and Emmy Award winner André De Shields headed home to Baltimore for a ceremonial street dedication on the southwest corner of the 1800 block of Division Street as part of Mayor Brandon M. Scott and the City of Baltimore's reaffirmation and commitment to arts and culture ahead of Artscape.
Baltimore, Baltimore, Baltimore. We've arrived. I tell everybody, everywhere I go, that I am the man that I am because I was made in Baltimore. And of the many dreams that I carry with me, I could not in a lifetime have dreamed that the 1800 block of Division Street would bear my name. But it's not about me only. It's about you. It's about this great city that taught me life lessons. And although I've been away since 1964, I've come back to collaborate with you, not only to make me better, but to make Baltimore the beautiful city that it deserves to be. Thank you. I'll see you on the southwest corner of Division Street at 3 o'clock.
Mayor Brandon M. Scott unveiled André De Shields Way to honor the renowned artist for his legacy and the lasting impact he's made in Baltimore's cultural heritage and within the community. September 21st, 2023, was also declared André De Shields Day. Baltimore native son André De Shields is the ninth of 11 children born to John Edward De Shields and Mary Elizabeth De Shields, née Gunther. The De Shields family lived at 1826 Division Street for 65 years, from 1950 to 2015. During that time, André attended John Hurst Elementary School, Booker T. Washington Junior High School, and Baltimore City College Preparatory High School. In 1964, André left Baltimore to attend college, the first in his family to do so. In 2015, the City of Baltimore evoked the Fifth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution and its provision of eminent domain to relocate the De Shields family to Owings Mills. In the ensuing 51 years, André has distinguished himself as a Broadway deity, legendary activist, and iconic philanthropist. André is the Triple Crown winner of the 2019 awards season, having won the Outer Critics Circle, Drama Desk, Grammy and Tony Awards as Best Featured Actor in a Musical for his unanimously critically acclaimed performance as Hermes, messenger to the gods in Hadestown.
Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone, Upton community and Sandtime community. We are here today, obviously, to honor the legendary André De Shields. But first, I would like to acknowledge my boss, Mayor Brandon Scott, unwavering support of the arts. So can we have a shout out to our Mayor, Brandon Scott, Senator Hayes, Council President Nick Mosby, and Dr. Hathaway. I had the privilege of meeting Mr. De Shields a few years ago when we presented him with the key to the city under Mayor Jack Young. And when he arrived, Mr. De Shields exuded all the elegance that you see today. I was totally moved by him from the moment he said hello and embraced me with a warm smile.
It gives me a great honor and a great privilege to present to you the keys to your city. Congratulations.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is it okay? I've been away from Baltimore for a little while. Is it okay to shout?
Yes.
Oh! Yeah! I got it! I got it! Come on, brother man. Look at that, y'all. I got on the train this morning from New York to come to Baltimore to accept the keys to the city and to get this proclamation. Yes, because that's what I need to take back to New York, New York. The city's so nice, I have to name it twice. And those of us who live there now call it the center of the universe. But when I speak to my colleagues in New York and tell them I'm one of 11 children from Baltimore, they say, "What? I thought you were an only child." I said, "No, but that's the way we rear children in Baltimore, so that even if you're one of 11, each of you feels as if you are an only child." And he says, "Well, what's that all about?" I said, "That's about being in the South." They said, "Baltimore's not the South." I said, "You better check your geography." Because the South is described as below the Mason-Dixon line. What's the Mason-Dixon line? The southern border of Pennsylvania. So Baltimore is the first major city of the South. So not only am I a native son, I'm a southern boy. And I took all of that culture of courtesy and pride, and I'm going to achieve to New York. And when I did achieve, I brought it home. And that's why I came to Baltimore, to indicate that you can go home.
I was desperate for him to participate in a short film that we had produced for Artscape called What is Art? For the launch of Artscape last year when we announced our plans for this year. And within hours, not even hours, I don't think, I received a quick message back, a simple message that said, if you can get here by Monday. That was Thursday, and we had to get to New York. So we put a production team together, and we headed to New York, and it was just delightful to work with him again. And we put that piece together, and we won 4 Addy Awards, which is the highest achievement in advertising and marketing, and obviously because of Mr. De Shields' work. Baltimore is a great city full of ambitious dreamers like Mr. De Shields. And he has captured all of our hearts, and he has kept Baltimore in his heart for all kept Baltimore in his heart and spirit for all these years. And I am over the moon to bring this honor to him, and I know the city is over the moon about it.
And the moment I can feel that you feel that way too is when I fall in love. When I fall in love, that's when I fall in love with you. Fall in love with you.
It's an honor and a pleasure to be here this afternoon on this special occasion. And what better way to kick it off with our very own Baltimore City Public Schools students and the display of art right here in West Baltimore. I have the honor and privilege of representing probably 85% of the culture and arts institutions here in the city of Baltimore, from the Hippodrome to Everyman's Theater to BSA, MICA, you name it. But right here in the Upton community is where we had the first the very first Black Arts and Entertainment District in the state of Maryland, right here celebrating the arts in this beautiful community here in West Baltimore. And so it's an honor and a pleasure to be here today with Baltimore's very own, the well-known magnificence of Mr. André De Shields. And Mr. De Shields, if you would join me really, really quickly, I would like to introduce this citation on your behalf, dear sir. And this citation, as he comes up, it reads, "The Senate of Maryland, official citation being hereby known to all, that sincerest congratulations are offered to André De Shields in recognition of your life's achievements. As an Emmy, Grammy, and Tony Award winner, you have shown the world what made in Baltimore means. You've charted a path for so many. As an advocate, you lift others up. Today, you are indeed surrounded by people whose eyes light up when they see you coming." Presented on this 21st day of September 2023 by my signature, Senator Antonio L. Hayes. Thank you so much for shining your light here on Baltimore. Next, coming to the stage is our City Council President, the Honorable Nick J. Mosby.
Good afternoon. There we go. So I was sitting on stage next to Mr. De Shields, and I just thought about this. This looks like a movie set. You know, Mr. Mayor, I've had an opportunity to participate in a lot of street renamings, but I'm not quite sure I participated in one like this, where, like Antonio Hayes said, we have our young folks coming out to present their art, their craft, their creativity, where we have old college and high school friends of Mr. De Shields coming back, seeing him, and they may not seen him in 10, 20, 30 years, 50, look at that. His classmate at City College. So we got neighborhood folks who have literally been in the same neighborhood for all this time to see this young man go on to stardom. The amazing thing about Mr. De Shields, and I don't care where you read about it, whether it's in the New York Times, the Washington Post, or some blog, they say this brother takes command of any stage that he's on. And the reality is, you don't get that by happenstance. That's innately inside of you. So that little boy in West Baltimore who traveled every single day to the Alameda Street, going through communities and neighborhoods that did not expect him to go on and do the great things that he's gone on to do, that little boy commanded all of those rooms too. And it was the spirit of that little boy that carried him on. That carried him on not only to national recognition, but to receive something like a Grammy, to receive something like an Emmy, to receive something like a Tony, and never ever forgetting about where he is from. So we're all here to celebrate the man, the myth, the legend, Baltimore's very own, one of the best choreographers, one of the best actors, one of the best singers, one of the best philanthropists, one of the best to ever do it. We're here to say, welcome home, brother. Welcome to your home. And that's why we're here for this street renaming, Mr. Mayor. So with that, if you could come up one more time, Mr. De Shields. The man said he got a couple more of these, right? We're giving him all his flowers. The City Council of Baltimore Presidential Citation. I, Nick J. Mosby, President of the Baltimore City Council, do hereby present this President's Citation to André De Shields in recognition of your unparalleled career as an actor, activist, educator, and philanthropist, and your legacy to your very own city here in the City of Baltimore. Witness whereof the City of Baltimore extends its sincerest congratulations, and I've affixed my signature to this citation on this occasion, given under the corporate seal of the City of Baltimore this 21st day of September 2023. Love you, brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
In the motherland of Africa, the Nile River is the central artery. Likewise, Upton is our motherland. And its central artery is that portion of the community between Pennsylvania Avenue and Drew Hill Avenue. The main vein of Upton is Division Street. In the 1300 block of Division Street, you have PS 103, the Henry Highland Garnett School, currently being restored as the Justice Thurgood Marshall Amenity Center. In the 1400 block of Division Street, you have the former Shernock Storage Facility, a business that has continuously operated for 118 years that is now currently owned by minorities. In the 1500 block of Division Street, where Providence Hospital once stood, at that time the largest employer of minority persons on the East Coast, now stands Total Healthcare. In the 1600 block, you have the home where young Thurgood Marshall lived with his Uncle Fearless. Also in the 1600 block once stood Seth's Restaurant, one of the finest dining facilities in the city. The building is gone, but the memories linger. Wilson Street is significant because of the mosque that is located there. We celebrated the desegregation of Gwynn Park in August, but 60 years ago, Malcolm X visited that mosque, and his critique of the religious leadership of that day, I still remember. He said, in effect, you are demonstrating the desegregation of the park when you should be buying the park. I never forgot those remarks. That's why I commend the Upton Planning Committee for acquiring land and property in Upton, for Afro Charities for acquiring the Upton Mansion, and of course our organization, Beloved Community Services Corporation, for acquiring property in Upton. African American empowerment mandates ownership. Let me continue to outline Division Street, its importance as the main vein. In the 1700 block, you have the new Marshall Gardens complex. And now you come to the 1800 block of Division Street. And it adds significance to this great street by being the launching pad of our honoree today, André De Shields, Upton's cultural giant.
Good afternoon, everybody. Mr. Shields, many things have already been said today, but we're going to speak to your power in a very Baltimore way. You got two polydudes on the stage today, giving you your flowers with the Baltimore City Marching Knights marching down. Only someone of your stature could make that happen today. I think everybody in church can say amen to that. On Monday, I declared it Arts and Culture Week here in Baltimore as we head into the long awaited return of Artscape starting tomorrow. And today, we get to make another exciting and important declaration about one of Baltimore's proudest sons. I always want to create opportunities to celebrate individuals while they are still here to feel the love that we have for them. This is why, as the president said, we're giving Mr. De Shields his flowers today. And that's what brings us all here to the 1800 block of Division Street, sharing the love, the respect, the admiration that we have for Mr. André De Shields and all that he has done to represent Baltimore and make us proud on the world stage. He is many, many things: an artist, activist, philanthropist, Broadway deity, cultural connoisseur, and one of the best dressed men on the planet. We know that he won a Tony, Emmys, Grammys, an award-winning icon. But the most important thing he shall ever be known as is a Baltimorean. Mr. De Shields, you have, throughout your career, and it may have taken you all over the world, but and away from Baltimore many times over, for over a half a century, all across everything, but everywhere you went, we saw that Baltimore in you. We heard it in your voice, and we say thank you for showing the world what Baltimore is truly about, for showing the world what Baltimore black boys can grow to be, for showing the world that they don't know nothing about Baltimore, because they don't know how we create people who change the world. Your courage to follow your passion is an example for everybody, but especially every young Baltimorean. And your dedication and authenticity has empowered so many of us to have the bravery to take the same risk, challenge the status quo, and grow into the best version of themselves. Today, we're welcoming you home to honor you as a fellow Baltimorean and someone in the long line of Baltimore trailblazers who have set the world on fire. I hope that this street renaming remains a small token and a small reminder for you of your larger than life, out of this world accomplishments. But before we unveil what will soon be André De Shields Way, you gotta come up and get one more of these citations. This is a mayoral proclamation by me, Mayor Brandon Scott. André De Shields Day, September the 21st, 2023. Whereas Baltimore native André De Shields is an unparalleled actor, singer, dancer, choreographer, director, activist, educator, philanthropist who has filled intimate spaces with enormous beauty over the past 5 decades and continuously endeavors to restore majesty, elegance, and literacy to the Black thespian toolbox. And whereas he is known as a Broadway deity for his critically acclaimed performances in the 4 legendary Broadway productions, The Wiz, Ain't Misbehaving, Play On, and The Full Monty. And whereas, in addition to his 1982 Emmy Award for Ain't Misbehaving, De Shields was a Triple Crown winner, and I ain't talking about Preakness, of the 2019 award season, garnering Tony, Outer Critics Circle, Drama Desk, and Grammy Awards for his universally acclaimed role as Hermes, Messenger to the Gods, in Hadestown. And most recently did a paranormal portrayal of Ben Lomond in the searing Broadway production of Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman. And whereas De Shields remains a hometown hero of whom we are extremely proud, having grown up in Sandtown, Winchester, and graduated from Baltimore City College in 1964. And whereas the citizens of Baltimore are excited to welcome André De Shields home with a street naming in his honor, and has the 1800 block of Division Street named André De Shields Way, where it all began. Welcome home, Mr. De Shields. Enjoy your day. Therefore, I, Brandon M. Scott, Mayor of the City of Baltimore, do hereby proclaim September the 21st, 2023 as André De Shields Day in Baltimore, and urge all citizens to join in the celebration. Congratulations, sir, and thank you very much.
Oh, it's my turn now? Thank you very much. I've got blood here today, but I want you to understand that all of you are my siblings. Now, Pastor Hathaway, thank you for making us aware of all the iconic people and real estate that's in this neighborhood. But you forgot to mention the most important one. Turn around for a moment and look down Division Street. That's Dead Man's Hill. When we grew up, we would find pieces of board and take the wheels off our old rotten skates and bang them on there with nails, and we would ride down the street and scream, "Ah!" after we got to Dead Man's Hill. Next time you speak, Dead Man's Hill, okay? Now, I am so full of love and encouragement because I was able to come here today and understand that of the many dreams I had as a little boy playing here on Division Street, my ego never allowed me to dream that the 1800 block would be named André De Shields Way. But check it out. It is not about me. It is about all of you who together learned the same life lessons that I have used to live as long as I have and look as good as I do. Come on now. And come black to Baltimore and celebrate with you all. Let me tell you something. I live in New York now, right? And you know what we say about New York. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. But check this out. I could not have made it in New York if I had not first made it in Baltimore. This is where I became strong. From encouragement from my family, from love from the neighborhoods, and from the few people who could kick my ass. Those are the life lessons that when you are out in the world and people come up in your face, you warn them.
All right, that's right.
I'm from Baltimore. And guess what? They stepped back. So thank you very much. We've done a lot together, but there's more to come. A hell of a lot more to come. Now, I'm not going to take up much more of your time, but I lived with my brothers and sisters and my mother and my father at 1826 Division Street. Now, by the processes of eminent domain, the family had to move out to Owings Mills, the county. I still come back and visit. I go to the county because Baltimore got a metro now, and there's an Owings Mills stop, right? The point I'm making is simply this. When my sister Mary, who ultimately became the matriarch of the family, had to move, she took the numbers off the door and she put them on the bedroom door of the new house in Owings Mills. My sister Mary isn't with us any longer. So I called her daughter, my niece. I said, Fedra, are those numbers still on the bedroom door? She said, yes. I said, send them to me because I want to have evidence about my having transcended this neighborhood. These are the numbers that were on that door for 65 years. 1826 Division Street. But before we go down the street, I want you to know the person who made this all possible. You black women know you are magical, right? You know you are powerful. You know if you wanted to, you could stop the earth from spinning. My hero, Tanya Miller. Thank you.
Thank you for joining me for this edition of Backstage Pass with Leah Chang. Until next time.